Okay, students, so let us move forward with the chapter. And in my last class, we have learned about the relational operators, and we had taken some examples, and those examples were for the integer numbers. For the numbers we have taken the example, and yes, I told you that okay, I'm going to tell you how this works. Now they have given some examples out here, but there is no explanation part. In fact, if you refer any book, so there is no clear explanation that how this actually works. Okay, even if you take the book that I have told you to go for, you refer any book, there is no clear explanation that how exactly this works. Okay, but I'm going to explain you how this works, and that is the reason I keep on telling you that programming is more about sitting in front of the computer and practicing. It requires a lot of practice. When you practice a lot of things, you can discover a lot of things. So simple. Books will only give you certain, is only going to guide you what exactly the syntax rules are and what are the functions available. Okay, what are the keywords available and how you're supposed to follow the rules, certain rules that we have. That is what the books are going to tell you. But programming is more about sitting in front of the computer, implementing things, experimenting things, trying to develop something, and that is what is going to make you really good at it. Okay, so let us go to Python, and I'm going to explain you how this actually works. So they have said hello, goodbye, and you might be really thinking, okay, since this is just a 4 character and these are like, you know okay, in fact this is like 4 character but still and is less than goodbye and it is giving false. So why is it so? Is it something related to the number of characters also? That is what we're going to see. So let us switch to Python straight away for this understanding, and let me take the variable that is a, and let me give that as a value, that is a string value, that is sun. And but obvious, if I take this also as sun, and if I try to compare this with the equal to operator, it is going to give me as true. And that's quite obvious because both the strings are perfectly the same. But if I compare, if I actually change one of the character to capital S, and then a is the capital S, starts with the capital S, and then I give b as the small s, and then I try to print a equal to b, is going to anyway going to give me a false. And so but if I try to do something like this, print a greater than b, and it gives me false. Now why this is giving me false, that is the question. If I try to print a less than b, and this is going to give me true. So let us just switch to the script mode straight away to understand this, and I'm going to delete this, close it. Okay, so let me take the variable that is a, and I took that is capital S, and for b that was a small s. Now please understand that what happens while comparing the strings is the character, every character has a ASCII value. Now this is something that we have learned in the number system, that our keyboard, which is a standard keyboard, so it follows the ASCII standard, so it has the ASCII values. So those are binary numbers, and when we press any key, every key is associated with a unique number. Now let me tell you, if you really want to find the ASCII numbers for any of the characters, so what you can do, you can simply use print, the print function, and you can use the ORD, and you can pass a character. So now what is happening, I'm trying to find the ASCII value of the character a. And now, okay, now I'm not making use of these variables, I'm just printing this just to show you. And now if you see the output, let me just save this .py, and this is the output in front of you, that is 97. So what is the ASCII value of a? So a, that is 97, and if you go for b, it is going to be 98. So it starts from 97. Okay, it starts from 97, and you can see this is 98, and it will go till what? It will go till z. So the value that we have is, that is 122. So it starts from 97, goes till 122. So 97 to 122, right? So I can write this something like, this, and give a dash, sorry, a comma, and again ORT, and then the Z. So, okay, so this is the function ORD, that is the ordinal value. Actually, the full form is ordinal value. What went wrong over here? Did I perform something wrong? Okay, this is under the double quotes or the single quotes, and now if I run this, you can see the output from 97 to 122. That is for the small case. So even that I can just use a print function, and now you can see we are actually developing a program where we are actually displaying the ASCII values, isn't it? So ASCII values, I would give some heading like this, and comes for double quotes for, and I say a from, okay, ASCII values, use small letters out here, values from A to Z. Okay, and please understand how I've given this double quotes and single quotes. I can give this also as double quotes. So this is the outermost double quotes that we have, and then again we have, I want to display that single quote as well in the output as my output. So you can see this double quotes, the single quotes out here, right? So I wanted to show this, and that is the reason why I've used this over here. So this is the outermost double quotes, and inside I've used the single quotes because I want that also to be printed. Okay, and now if you run this, you can see the output from A to Z, it is 97 to 122. So please be very careful about the single quotes and double quotes and what exactly I did. I wanted these single quotes also, these characters also to be printed, since if you put anything under this, the outermost double quotes or the single quotes will not get printed on the output screen, right? But I wanted this as the part of that output stream, or the as a part of the output, so I have used that. Okay, and then the same program, we will, the same statements, I will copy it and paste it, and let us do it for capital A and capital Z, and I'll just change this to capital A and Z. So you can see that this is the program for finding the ASCII values for the characters, the alphabets, that is for the small case and for the uppercase. So what is the numbers? The numbers are from 97 to 122, right? And for the capital, it starts from 65 to 90. Fine. So now what is happening over here is, when we compare two strings, so we have now this string, that is A is sun. So what is the ASCII value of S? So let us okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, and I'm going to take a new file. Okay, so I'll save this as a separate program and take a new file, and over here I will type the program. So A is equal to sun and B is equal to sun, and let us print the ASCII values of the first character, because when the string gets compared, it is the first character that gets compared. Okay, that's the first rule that you need to understand. So what I'm going to do is, for your understanding, I'm going to print the ASCII value of capital S, and I'm going to print the value of the small s as well. Okay, so let us run this, and this time I'm going to save this with some other name, test2.py, and you can see, so what is the capital S is what, 83, and small s is 115, right? So it is but obvious, because the small case letter starts from 97 and the capital letter starts from 65 to 90. At 90 it gets over, and the small case starts from 97, so small case letters have the higher number. Okay, so what is going to happen over here, since this is, if you run this, what is going to happen, this is 83 and 115, this is the capital. So what is going to happen, that is less than 115, and now if we compare this, if I say that A is greater than B, what is going to happen, this is going to give us false. Why false? Because the capital S is less. 83 is less than 115, and so we have false. Fine. And what if I, so even if I make this as a single character, now this is just a single character, still the first character is what is going to get compared. And if I run this now, again what we are going to have is false because the first character is getting compared. Okay, maybe you're finding this a bit difficult at this point, but as I said, it requires a lot of practice. Okay, I'm going to explain, I can explain this more 100 times, that is not an issue, but unless and until you sit onto the computer and you start practicing it, okay, things will never be 100% clear to you. You need to be 100% clear. You have to implement this yourself on the computer, only then you understand this. Okay, so please sit in front of the computer after this class and please implement what all I have shown you, or I'm showing it to you. Okay, so this is how this works. Now what if I have this as the same character, something really more interesting, and I take this as capital U and N. Now what is happening over here? Both are still sun, but now the first character are equal. Now what is going to happen over here is it is going to give me the output that is true this time. Now why it is giving me true this time is because since the first two characters are equal and we are actually using the greater than operator. Okay, now I am using the greater than operator and the first two characters are equal. Since the first two characters are equal, what Python is going to do, even in fact, if I use any other operator or equal to operator as well, so if I use the equal to operator, and it is going to give me false because since the first characters of both the strings are same. So what it is going to do, it is going to compare the next character, and that is U. So this is a small u and this is a capital U, and small case letters always have the higher number. The numbers are the greater value as compared to the letters with the uppercase. So what is going to happen? So if I use this as like greater than, so this is going to be true. Why true? Because there is a u, small u. The second character, there is a small u, and this is a capital U. Capital U has the ASCII value which is lower than the ASCII value of the small case letter. So if the first character is same, then it is going to compare the next character, and this is how the whole thing works, children. Okay, so you need to understand this. You need to practice a lot on this, and then now you really check the books. You get any book and you will not find this anywhere. How did I have found this? Is because I keep on practicing. So you also have to practice a lot of things. I do a lot of experiment, and that is how I come up with these solutions. So you have to follow the same thing. You have to keep on practicing, try to develop your programs on your own. Though I understand this is just a very first step that you have taken towards programming, but the things that I'm trying to do, that I'm right now I'm doing it, try to replicate as it is, and in the future then you're going to do things what maybe much better than me, right? So what I am doing, maybe you will do much better than that. That is going to be in the future. But right now, just follow me, what I'm doing. Just try to do exactly the same. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this program. I'm going to copy this and I will paste it into a Word file, and I'm going to give you this program so that if there is any confusion you can practice it. So I hope it is very much clear to you. I have told you about the ORD function, that is the ordinal value. Ordinal value means the ASCII value. I'm going to paste this, and let me just make this a bigger size. And children, just take this file and use this file. Okay, I'm going to name this as something like ASCII with the name ASCII. Okay, or something like string comparison. String comparison. Okay, that's it. So this is, I'm going to save it. So that's the PDF file in front of you. So you can see, children, we have this, they have given some examples, but there is no explanation, but now we have cracked it, how exactly that works. So you can perform some other operations like not equal to, take some more strings, try to experiment. And if there is some confusion, anyway, we're going to have the Zoom session on Friday. So if there is any other confusion regarding this, we can discuss. Okay, so I have kept it very short for today, children. So we are going to meet tomorrow again, but the video was short, but then you have a lot of work to do. So please go ahead, implement the program and practice it. And then if there is any confusion, please ask me on Friday, because you can ask me through WhatsApp also, but then it will not make any much of a sense, because we need some examples for this, right? So I'm going to give you the examples, live examples, okay, on Friday, if you have any confusion. But I think I've covered everything, almost all everything that is there in understanding how it works. Okay, children, so that's it. Bye for now.